Hi guys, welcome to my new YouTube channel. I am so excited to be here. It has taken me a lot of time to mentally prepare, physically prepare with all of the technological stuff. I'm really excited to finally get my butt out and do it. My name is Kelsey Shook. I'm obsessed with makeup, not a professional, but I've learned a lot of things by researching, you name it. I've learned it. I feel confident, and you know what? Makeup is a learning process, even if you're a professional still. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do your foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, everything that you need to know about the face and how to, chisel out, how to bake, how to do all these different things that, are really intimidating. And I'm really excited to show that to you. So let's get started. Hi guys. Okay, so today, as I mentioned before, we're going to be doing a full foundation, concealer, contour, baking, everything. And I know this is kind of a tough video to make as one of your first, but I feel pretty confident. So let's just go ahead and get started. I already prepped and primed my face, so I cleaned it. I used the moisturizer. I used a primer, and the primer that I used today is the Benefit Porefessional primer, which I've used it for about a week now, and I know why everyone's obsessed. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in Nude Ivory. Let's see. There we go. This foundation is easily one of my favorites, and it's like $6. I've never found a more perfect shade, which was super exciting as well. So the applicator is a spatula, which I don't know if I'm too into, honestly, but I'm just gonna go ahead, start putting that all over my face. I'm a full coverage kind of girl, so I go in pretty hard. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. I have a dampened beauty sponge. Don't mind how dirty it is. I just cleaned it before this video, so it's clean, I promise. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna tuck my hairs back. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna start pouncing. And I let my primer sit for a good 10 minutes before I started. You want to wait until everything is no longer tacky anymore. If it's tacky, the foundation is just it's not gonna lay on the primer how you want it to. And let's do this. Hi guys. Okay, so today, as I mentioned before, we're going to be doing a full foundation, concealer, contour, baking, everything. And I know this is kind of a tough video to make as one of your first, but I feel pretty confident. So let's just go ahead and get started. I already prepped and primed my face, so I cleaned it. I used the moisturizer. I used a primer, and the primer that I used today is the Benefit Porefessional primer, which I've used it for about a week now, and I know why everyone's obsessed. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in Nude Ivory. Let's see. There we go. This foundation is easily one of my favorites, and it's like $6. I've never found a more perfect shade, which was super exciting as well. So the applicator is a spatula, which I don't know if I'm too into, honestly, but I'm just gonna go ahead, start putting that all over my face. I'm a full coverage kind of girl, so I go in pretty hard. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. I have a dampened beauty sponge. Don't mind how dirty it is. I just cleaned it before this video, so it's clean, I promise. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna tuck my hairs back. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna start pouncing. And I let my primer sit for a good 10 minutes before I started. You wanna wait until everything is no longer tacky anymore. Because if it's tacky, the foundation is just gonna, it's not gonna lay on the primer how you want it to. And especially if you're using a primer like the Benefit Porefessional, which is not cheap. None of this stuff is cheap because it all adds up, because I'm obsessed. But anyway, you wanna actually use it effectively, because it's not only your foundation that's gonna be ruined, it's your bank account. So always bring it down past your jawline. You do not want that line of demarcation right here. When I was about a freshman in high school, I thought looking bronzed and tan was more important than blending. So I would have this huge line of demarcation all around. I would never bring it down to my neck because I thought that was wasting it. Yeah, I know. So keep pouncing, and I kind of probably blend just way too much, but in my personal opinion, there's no such thing as too much blending. So that was the first layer, and I'm gonna go in with a second layer. This foundation is easily buildable. Now that I'm done with my foundation, I'm gonna go in with a concealer. Today I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. HD definition concealer. I am in the color Porcelain. This also is a new product that I've been testing out because I see everyone using it. So I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit out of the tube right here. There's a nice little like brush application, which honestly is probably like a bacteria fest, but so what I'm gonna do with the concealer is I'm gonna bring it in a triangle under my eye. And I like actually bring it up the sides of my nose and around because I have some redness right here. And when we bring it up to the side of the nose right here, it makes for contouring the nose a little easier. Kind of gives you almost like a stencil type of situation. And whoa, that was a lot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring some of that right here, bring some of that right here. Like I said, I'm a full coverage kind of girl, so go back over here. And this concealer is actually pretty pigmented. I forgot how much this is. I think this is about like $4. But okay, so I'm gonna close that up and I'm gonna pounce again for like another 20 years, but there we go. So what I love doing, I love cream contour. Love it. I think it makes it look more natural, and even though this isn't natural, we kind of strive for a natural more. What I'm going to be using is the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick. Right there. And for a contour color, you want it on the ashier side or the cooler tone brown side, because that mimics the shadow color that where you're putting the contour more than a warm bronze glow, which is what we want for the bronze. We don't want that for the contour. So I'm gonna use this contour stick. It's so easy. This contour stick, I love it. It's cheap. I got it at Walgreens. And it's creamy, it blends like a dream. And I think just get it, okay? So I'm gonna contour right under my cheekbones in the hollows of my cheek, and I'm gonna get like a brush. I'm gonna start from the tops of my ear, and I'm just gonna go down like that, just like that. I'm not gonna bring it all the way down here, but you see this line right here where I wanna put it. So I'm gonna go right there, and I always just start with one layer first because, honey, we don't want, hair always getting in the way. We don't want some craziness going on. And you bring it all the way around, just on the outer perimeter of your face, basically. And I like on the jawline too, so it's not uneven, like there's not just a contour up here and then nothing down here. And then I'm also gonna bring it down the sides of my nose. And nose contour is pretty personal to whatever your nose shape is, but there is kind of a universal standard that you can kind of go by. You just go down. I like to start from my eyebrows. I like to go all the way down into this little shadow nook right here, and then also right here. So you still have this right here, and you have the straight line right here. So I'm gonna go in just with my beauty blender again, and actually this beauty blender, it's the well, it's not a beauty, it's a beauty sponge. Sorry, beauty blender brand, but this is the new Eco Tools beauty sponge. I love this one. This one is amazing. I love how it has both sides, straight edge sides right here, and then it has the butt right here, so you can pounce the foundation. I've honestly been loving this just with the flat side right here. So what I'm gonna do, and actually like on the tip right here, if you can see, there's like this straight line right here, which makes this contour, it's super easy to fit right here. So I'm gonna go in and you just pounce. I don't wanna move this product really anywhere else than where it is right now. I just kinda wanna blend it into my skin. So I'm gonna go in and blend it. See, doesn't this blend like so good? And you can already see like how natural like this contour is looking. See? Now it looks like just a shadow instead of just the straight line of product that I put right there. I'm gonna go in on this side as well. I'm using the oh so coveted Laura Mercier. Look at it, look at it. This is one of the higher end products, one of the first higher end products that I bought. And it's a mini size because let's be real, we're still not rich, but I had to try it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap it into my the lid of the pot, just so it makes it easier. And I'm just gonna dip my dampened beauty sponge into it, and I am going to put this basically wherever I put the concealer, especially under my eyes, but right there. I'm not particularly wanting to do a huge bake, and I'm gonna put it also on my eyes so I set the eyes, because if I don't set the eyes, the concealer is gonna crease, making your eyeshadow just go crazy. Dip it again, and this is right here, I'm gonna go right down the center of my nose and bring it up just a little bit onto my forehead where I put that concealer. And I'm gonna put the translucent powder all over my nose to tone down the contour that we did there. And I like baking on my upper lip just because I sweat a lot there. Not that you truly need to know that, but I do. We all have our flaws. It's okay. So I'm going to put some translucent powder right under the contour that we did. This is going to chisel out our cheekbones further. So what the translucent powder does is if I put it over, I'm almost running out of this too. If I put it over the contour, it takes it away, making it look even more chiseled, refined, professional. See that? Do we see that? Okay, good. And right there. So now usual baking is really lathering on the translucent powder. You're gonna put it under your eyes right here, anywhere that is either gonna crease or you're nervous that the coverage will not be enough. Not that the translucent powder is gonna give you coverage, it's that when you bake the cream, it sets it in place a ton more. It's not gonna budge. You're gonna love translucent powder. So I would invest in some. I have that set. I have the cream contour, and how we're gonna set that, we're gonna set that with some bronzer. And I'm gonna go in with, I've been loving this. Okay, this is the Ulta Beauty Contour Kit. And it has 6 shades. Now, I'm probably never gonna use this one. This one probably maybe during the summer. I don't know, I don't get that tan. But, and then these two are like highlighting shades. I like to go in with these two. I like to mix those a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics Fluffy Angled Brush. It doesn't have a name. I got it in a set, that rose gold set. But, oh my God, can we just, like, look how pretty that is. Anyway, I love these brushes. So I'm gonna go in with the angled because the angled makes it so easy to just place it where the hollows are. So I'm gonna dip my brush in both of those, tap off the excess, always tap off the excess. You wanna start out with a little amount and then keep building it up, because if you start out with a ton of product and just slam it on your face, good luck with that. That's all I have to say. So I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, and I'm just gonna warm up the face. And I'm gonna warm up the face as well as set the cream contour. Always set cream and liquid products, always. Because if not, it's just gonna budge and go all over your face, and it's not gonna be good. I like on this side, since I have to cross my arm, I like using the angle the opposite way just because it helps me a little bit more too. And if you put on too much, you can always just go in with your beauty blender, tap it a little bit. Since it's dampened, it's gonna just help you out a little more. I'm gonna go in with some more, tap off the excess, and we're just gonna go, like I said, everywhere that you put the cream contour and the hollows of your face, bronze up your face, girl. I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm gonna go in with the same kit that I use for the angled brush. This is just a fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Romantic Rose Powder Blush. These blushes, you guys, this one is just a perfect natural pinky mauvey color. And I like to start, people do it differently, and it's all up to preference. It's all up to how you want your blush to sit. So when you start up here, most of the product is gonna be up here. If you start on the apples of your cheeks, most of the product is gonna be on the apples of your cheeks. I like to start off back here at my hairline just because I can get a little crazy with dipping my brushes in product. So I like to start off back there because it's just less noticeable. I'm gonna go in with my tapered brush from the same rose gold set from BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna go in with my, I'm even gonna say it, I'm gonna call it my Ride or Die highlight. You guys, I've had this for about a month now, and it's already well loved. So I'm gonna dip my tapered brush, or bathe it in there, tap off the excess, go on the tops of your cheeks. And then I like to bring it around. I've recently been loving, look at all the particles, the glitter particles. I've been loving a more dewy, glowy look lately. And my skin is oily, so I've always been super afraid of a glowy look just because I've spent so many years trying to make my skin matte, and I thought that's how it was supposed to be, but it doesn't. It doesn't. You have oily skin, embrace your oily skin. It's amazing. So I'm gonna go down. Oh yeah. Woo! Yes. Down the center. All right. So we have all of the face put on. Thank you guys so much for checking out my first YouTube video, and I hope you come back and see me. Bye guys. Love you.